Okay, sorry guys, everyone. Okay, so I think we're officially live now on YouTube. So hello everyone, hello from the Zoom participants and hello who are watching the YouTube in their home. Bienvenue, bienvenido, assalamualaikum, ayuboam, banakam, mabuhay, tongasu, karibu sana. Welcome everyone. Welcome to the hashtag GPN celebration week. And yesterday we had a Kickstarter by having a very, very exciting GPN quiz where Mikay from the Philippines won the quiz 2 times. So congratulations, Mikay, and congratulations for the runners up. And I hope you had fun with the GPN quiz. And today we will continue our celebration by having a formal opening ceremony to open the celebration week. And then we will have a chance to hear from different countries the amazing and numerous accomplishments that Girl Powered Nutrition have done in Madagascar, the Philippines, Sri Lanka, and Tanzania. So welcome, welcome everyone. By the way, I would just like to introduce myself. My name is Miguel Camacho, and I work as the Monitoring and Evaluation Officer at WAGGGS, based in London. And I'll be your lead facilitator for today. And I'll be supported by my dear colleagues, Sophie Reimer and Hannah Graham, who is also here on the call. And yes, so welcome. For those who are on YouTube, as I said, we are live on YouTube for today to hear these presentations. And so just Hannah and everyone will be joining the chat. So please participate in the chat room. I sent a link to different tools that we're going to use as well throughout the presentation, so you can participate in different games and activities. And yeah, so, and you can also start tweeting or doing Facebook posts by using our hashtag GPN celebration. And we'll follow that and retweet that as well. Okay, and without further ado, I would like to share my screen and we can start officially with our opening ceremony. So we'll start our opening ceremony by singing the world song. So as Sophie's preparing on that, we will present the English version, but you can definitely sing in your own language, and you can stand up as well if you prefer to. Okay. So okay, thank you so much for that. And to welcome us in our opening ceremony and for this week's session, I would like to call on Ms. Sophie Reimer, the Global Programs Manager for Girl Powered Nutrition Program.
Hi everybody, I'm just switching over my headset from the YouTube video. Hi, everyone. It's lovely to see you all today. Thank you so much for coming. It's wonderful to see some familiar faces as well who I haven't seen for a while. In honor of day one, Green Day, I've worn my green shirt as the first part of Girl Powered Nutrition Rainbow Plate, and also one that I got when we were in Sangam for our global training. So it's a real day of celebration for the program and colour for me today. It is wonderful to have reached this point in the Girl Powered Nutrition Programme journey together. The global review, it's actually here. We have reached this point. The next few days are going to be a culmination of several years of hard work from everybody who's both here on the call, but also many of you who are listening in on YouTube. And so, first of all, I just wanted to say a big thank you for all that hard work in planning, in running workshops, engaging with girls, attending training, working with leaders, commissioners, reporting. The list of work on the programme is absolutely endless. So I'm really looking forward to, over the next few days, having time to celebrate, reflect, learn, and hear about how we're each taking the programme forward. I know it's not a short amount of time that we're asking of you all over the next few days, so thank you so much for taking this time out of your week to join us in this review. As many of you know, Girl Powered Nutrition has been a kind of new programme for WAGGGS and also for the MOs who've been involved. It's been an intense one, as I'm sure many of you will agree. Nutrition isn't an easy topic to tackle, especially across several countries in one go. And we've also had very ambitious targets for the programme. Not only this, but it's been a programme in which we as a team have committed to ensuring that girls are heavily involved in steering the direction of the programme, whether that be through helping to design the badge, the activities, test them, and also with our advocacy champions designing and leading the campaigns that they're doing in their own countries. And it's something that I am particularly proud of, that we've been able to do that, and it's something that has really created a legacy and a new way of working for us at WAGGGS. And I think that is a testament to all of your hard work and passion and commitment to making sure that what we're doing is girl-led. At WAGGGS, we work to ensure that girls are able to reach their full potential, and we know that poor nutrition is a key factor in preventing girls from being able to do that. And this programme has had a huge impact on our members and their families to tackle that issue. Over 100,000 girls have done the badge. Woo! Increasing their own knowledge of what is needed to be healthy and happy. But they've also impacted their families, their communities, and again, through the actions of our advocacy champions, influence girls' lives on a national and global level. So I think we should be really proud of what we've managed to achieve, especially during, I think something that I've been really impressed by is during this time when COVID has changed all of our plans and kind of stopped us in our tracks and what we were planning on doing. Everybody has managed to maintain momentum in some way through adapting their work to be online, through engaging with girls on an individual level, through engaging with decision makers, through online methods instead of events and face-to-face meetings. Nobody has stopped doing what they're doing. Everybody has continued to move forward in some way to fight for improved nutrition for girls. And that is something that is really super impressive. And again, that we've learned a lot from. I'm really proud to be part of a team of such amazing, passionate, hardworking individuals, and to have worked with such wonderful people from the MOs as well, many of you are volunteers. So thank you so much for all your contributions in making this programme such a success. So today is about celebration. So without further ado, let's celebrate. Let's hear about your achievements and celebrate them. So I'll leave it at that, but I really am excited to hear what you've managed to achieve and to share with you all today and to celebrate that success.
Thank you so much, Sophie, for that really, really wonderful opening remarks to welcome us all. And yes, to keep our energy high, besides me and Sophie, actually, I'm going to show you in YouTube. We have lots of people here in Zoom from different GPN pilot countries. So please, you can see now their videos and faces there, and you see familiar faces because these are your titos and titas. Oh, that's auntie and uncle in in the Philippines, in Filipino. And so to lift our country spirits high, we will do a roll call of the GPN pilot countries, and each country will have a chance to do some country cheer to make their country proud. Okay, so I will ask everyone to turn off their video except Madagascar. And please, Madagascar team, we would like you to do your cheer once you're ready.
Okay, c'était Madagascar, are you ready?
Allez, pas GPN Madagascar!
Vous n'avez?
Allez, pas GPN Madagascar!
Thank you.
Wow, Alefa, Madagascar. Thank you so much, Madagascar team. Okay, and now I would like everyone to turn off their video except for the Philippines team, who have some imports. So everyone from the Philippines, please turn on your video so everyone can see it in YouTube.
All right, 1, 2, 3, go. Di matibag-tibag-tibag kami, ay matatag-tatag-tatag. Di sa virus, di matitibag-tibag kami, ay matatag-tatag. One more, di
matibag-tibag kami, ay
matatag-tatag sa virus, di matitinag-tinag kami, ay matatag-tatag. Move,
give way. Philippines is on the way. Move, give way.
GPN
Philippines is on the way.
We're here and we're ready. Battery fully charged, fully strong. Oi, oi, oi.
Makulay. Ang buhay sa sinabawang gulay. The Girl Powered Nutrition Philippines team
greets you. Mabuhay.
Mabuhay.
Mabuhay, Team Philippines. Oh my God, they really prepared for this cheer. Thank you so much to our imports, Marie and Angelica, for doing the Philippine cheer along with the country team. And now, everyone turn off your video except for the Sri Lankan team to do their cheer. Sri Lanka. Sirini, you're muted, sorry.
I am going to give you a Sri Lankan dish. First one, rice. In Sinhala, but. Say everybody, but. But. Everybody,
But.
say, repeat. But.
But.
This is dal. Parippu.
Karipu. Sorry.
Parippu. Everybody repeat after me. Parippu.
Paripu.
But parippu.
Parippu.
Fish. Malu. Green leaves. Pala. You are hungry. Our lunch time, so I am going to give Sri Lankan dish for you. Everybody say after me. But parippu. Malu. Pala. But parippu malu pala.
Mala.
This is a rainbow plate. So at the end you have to say rainbow plate. Okay. Now first slow, then some bit faster. Third time faster and shouter. Okay. Right. But parip. Tell with me. But parippu malu pala. Rainbow plate. But parippu malu pala. Rainbow plate. But parippu malu pala. Rainbow plate.
Wow. Thank you, everyone, Sri Lankan team, for giving us a good breakfast for us in London and probably dinner for our friends in Asia and lunch for our friends in Africa. Thank you. And now everyone turn off their video except for the Tanzanian team. who will do their cheer.
Moja mbili tatu. Moja mbili tatu. Moja mbili. Moja mbili. Moja. Zero.
Yay! Thank you so much, Tanzanian team and everyone. Okay. Wow. So I hope everyone is now awake, and I hope people in YouTube are very proud of of their country reps who did us a very, very energizing cheers. And now to continue our excitement, we will do an energizer before we start with the presentations. And this is called the GPN Barrage. Okay. So I will share a link in YouTube and in the Zoom to go through an online tool which we're going to use. And basically, I just want everyone to describe GPN in one word. And you can use any language, can be from your local language or English, French, Arabic, etc. And we will form a word cloud and see what the different people think of GPN. Okay, so please follow this link, and I'm going to give everyone maybe around 3 to 5 minutes to join the link. We have now a couple of people in YouTube, around 40 people viewing us. So I hope people in YouTube can also join the Energizer. But yeah, please everyone type in any word that would describe GPN. Any language will do. And I will share my screen so we can see the actual responses, which we don't have yet. So everyone, please type in your responses in the AHA slides that I shared with everyone. Okay, so I can see people, 18 people now in AHA slides. Good. So again, just type describe GPN in one word, and we'll try to form a word cloud. Maybe I can start. Okay, and you can see here some of the words already given by our different viewers. Oh my God. Yes, it's a multi-language word cloud. So but I'm going to select some of the words to describe. So I'm going to select a few from the Zoom, and again, from people in YouTube. If you can also, after you finish putting the word, if you can describe in YouTube and explain why did you choose that word? Okay, Alice is here. Hi, Alice. And she wrote Lishe. Okay, I'm gonna give you a few more minutes since people are just joining. Okay, and there are like few words as well from YouTube, like happy, educational, etc. And as we wait for more responses, maybe I can ask our dear colleagues in Zoom to maybe share the word that they have chosen and why did they choose that word. Okay, I'm gonna randomly pick people. And maybe since we have imports from the Philippines, I will choose the imports. Okay, Marie, which word did you choose and why? Please describe, share to everyone.
I chose the word natatangi.
Ooh, okay.
Natatangi in the Philippines means extraordinary or something unusual, not really typical. Because GPN is really an eye-opening an eye-opener program for girls. Because like what Miss Sophie said earlier, that nutrition is something that we don't really talk about every day, but it's really important. So natatangi ang GPN because this is the only program that focuses on uh, girls being advocates of nutrition in the Philippines. Thank you, Sir
Wow.
Miguel.
Thank you, Marie. And the other import, Angelica.
Hi, good day. I am Cadet Girl Scout Angelica from the Girl Scouts of the Philippines, and I wrote the word mabuhay because in the Philippines it means like life, and if like some long live, like that. So I think GPN has a long live. It has a long effect to our lives, and the lives of other people that we influence through the GPN. That's why I wrote mabuhay.
Wow. Thank you, Angelica. And from our Malagasy friends, maybe Hanitra, which word did you choose and why?
I have chosen the word fasalaman. It means health. So through GPN, we have learned about how to eat healthy food and also to improve our food habits to become more healthier. So that's why I have chosen the health. And health also is the much important in our life.
Wow. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Kamsahamnida.
네,
and,
아니에요.
and Helinuru, which word did you choose and why?
Yeah, I choose the Fantasitaka, which is the translation of nutrition, but more than the translation. Let me put my video. More than the translation itself, it's mean that people must to have good nutrition, healthy nutrition, and so all this IT, global IT of nutrition behind.
Thank you, Helinuru. And Kush, which word did you choose?
I chose challenging.
Ooh, okay.
I think the GPN badge is a challenge, but I would want to add the word exciting challenge, because even if though it's challenging, it gives a lot of space for us to create, to do things, and to enjoy the activities with the girls. So my word is challenging.
Thank you, Kush. And Sirini. Oops, Sereni's not here, so I'm gonna choose our colleagues from Tanzania. Rehema, hello. Which word did you choose and why? Oh, you're muted, sorry.
Okay, fine. I choose Afia.
Mm-hmm.
Afia means health. In Japan, through Japan, girls has health in mental, health in body, and health in organization too. Because through Japan, we are connected with the different people, very potential people. So this is Afia.
Yay, Afia. And Valentina?
Okay, so I choose changes, which is mabadiliko. I choose changes, which is mabadiliko in Swahili, because GPN has come with a lot of changes in our country and in our association as well. Girls have advocated on a lot of changes, and we have seen a lot of changes in our nation and our country, in our association.
Okay, thank you. And last but not the least, I would like to ask Hannah if she's here, or maybe no. Okay, she's not here. So, oh no, she's here.
I'm here. I am here.
Yeah, Hannah.
My word was energizing, and I think we've all shown today that we are very energized by this program, and we will continue to be energized in the future.
Thank you. And okay, no, sorry, not last, but we have from NI colleagues who are here. So maybe we can start with Miss Angie from NI Philippines.
Hi. good afternoon here in Manila. I chose the word global because this is not just for the Philippines or for uh, the pilot uh, countries, but because this is more of a global concern, especially among teenagers. That's why I chose the word global. And I think all countries should have girl powered nutrition in their as one of their advocacies. That's
Yes.
all.
Thank you, Ms. Angie. And from NI Tanzania, NI, by the way, is Nutrition International. Sorry, everyone. Daniel, which word did you choose and why?
Hello, I guess it's Daniel, right?
Yeah.
Oh, great. Mabadiliko. I think, yeah, it resembles like something that's changed. I think a lot of things have changed. We have seen the participation of girls in different fora that we had invited, bring a lot of change and so that's Mabadiliko.
Okay, thank you so much. And really multilingual, and I'm learning new words this day alone. So thank you so much, everyone. And from YouTube, lots of our participants mentioned happy, being a team, and Ali said lishe, which means nutrition in Swahili. And yes, educational as well, but yeah. So thank you, everyone. And as you can see, much of our colleagues have mentioned already just snippets of the changes that has happened because of GPN. And yeah, without further ado, we will now start with the different country presentations about what they have accomplished in GPN during the last 1.5 to 2 years. And the format of the presentation will be, they will present 20 minutes. And then after 20 minutes, we will have a chance to ask questions, make comments. So everyone in YouTube, please just type your comments or questions in the YouTube chat box, should you have one or anything, and we'll try to answer it during the call after the presentation. Okay, so we will start with the Madagascar team. So I'm gonna stop sharing and ask them to share their screen.
Okay, thanks, Miguel. Okay, it's a great pleasure for me to present you today the achievements of the Federation of Girl Guides and Girl Scouts in Madagascar, Scoutisme Zazavav in Malagasy, in this first edition of Girl Powered Nutrition. The presentation will be divided into 3 sections: completed activities and the outputs, including the number reached for the girls, some success stories from some girls and the community members, and key program learnings, including the good practices from the program and the challenges that the Federation faced during the program. So I will share my screen. Yes. I will share my screen for the first presentation, and I am giving the floor to Hancha.
Hi, everyone, and thank you, Ruth. Through those 2 years of the implementation of the GPN program, I am delighted to bring today our achievement in Madagascar. And at the very beginning of the program, we have been involved through our members, represented by 1 per branch per association in the co-creation team. When the curriculum has been tested and finalized, each component association has set 1 trainer to attend the global training of trainer in Sangam. And once they arrived in Madagascar, they set an action plan for the national training of trainers. They have been supported by WAGGGS, the CPN, and each component association. Then 40 national trainers and national commissioners attended the national training and finished the training until the end. Then those ones have prepared their action plan with the support of their respective component association for the training of leaders. For GIAD Madagascar, they have beneficiated for a regional training of trainers to support them to work efficiently. The training of leaders has given its fruit. 1,627 leaders were ready to conduct the activity pack in their unit. Fruit that 10,513 girls have done the curriculum till the end and have received their badge. It is 53% of the target that we have set in the beginning. 55% of the targeted younger age group finished their activities and 58% for the middle age group. Unfortunately, we still need to reach more older age because only 36% of the targeted ranger were reached and were able to finish the curriculum. As part of the community action, we have reached around 20,088 community members through the red stage of the curriculum. For the action fund part, we could just record 76 community members, as only 2 projects out of 13 have been fully conducted on date, and this activity will continue to be run once the situation will be back to the normal. Therefore, 1,469 community members have been reached through the free helps that we have had. In terms of the national campaign, our advocacy champions gave their best and has shown their commitment to change the situation in their regions and their country. We have recorded around 30 individual advocacy that includes talk to the decision makers, media appearance, social media posts, and so on. Some advocacy champions have also gathered per region and has done activities in their respective regions, so 6 activities have been recorded. At least, but not at least, they have united their voice during the national campaign conducted in the northwest part of the country, and they also agreed to write a letter to a president to improve the adolescent nutrition in Madagascar. Different other events have become opportunities for our advocacy champions to speak out. There were international events and opportunities as the Youth Leaders for Nutrition program, the Global Citizen Platform, the Women Deliver, and the Young Women Advocacy Forum. Different webinar sessions took also place, and our members were always being part of them. Through the advocacy work, we were also managed to collaborate with different partners, including NGOs, UN bodies, and different ministries. We can't forget also the collaboration with the local authorities for the implementation of the program and for the collaboration work against malnutrition in Madagascar. Most of our activities are still in progress, so we are looking forward to a better results and a bigger impact for her words. Thank you so much. So now I am giving the floor to GAD Madagascar to share with us the success story.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's a great pleasure for us to greet you in the name of our association called Madagascar. Ladies, hello. Hi. Manawana. Salamat. First of all, I like to mention here the great importance of the GPN program and the benefit we get from it. Our association in Madagascar has got healthy practices among girls, young women, families, and communities, especially in our eastern part of Madagascar called Swamasina. Our girls have got knowledge awareness of nutrition needs. Many young girls from our association project about all the participants from Action Fund about the benefits of GPN program too. The participants include directors, masters, students from many schools, and they have recognized the importance of GPN programs. They were satisfied and happy to learn about nutritional needs in order to get healthy, and especially to get healthy practices. Even the rickshaw drivers with their wives learn a new way of cooking food, eating colorful plates. They also get healthy benefits for action. Last but not least, will on the video will be on the video and to see the success of the GPN through those voices who represent our advocacy champion. As a conclusion, we can say that GPN program is a successful program and it will increase recognition of the importance of nutritional needs. Congratulations to the GPN program from Madagascar. Thank you very much. Bye, everyone.
Sazo mihinana biscuit dia na dia hoe tsy efa lany daty hoe biscuit dia hohanina foana dia fa ohatra hoe fantatra hoe efa lany daty dia mamparary.
Sorry. So we'll try to present the video on our side because I think internet is a bit slow on your side. So yeah, so that we will have a better quality. So yeah, we'll just getting the file on our side.
Just be 1 second, I'm just loading it up.
Yeah. Okay. So everyone, hello. This is part of online challenges, you know, internet, but it's fun. Okay, so here's now the video, and okay, let's try to.
Sazo mihinana biscuit dia na dia hoe tsy efa lany daty hoe biscuit dia hohanina foana dia fa ohatra hoe fantatra hoe efa lany daty dia mamparary.
Sorry.
Ny zavatra tena mahafinaritra atao anatin'izany dia ny dingana mavo izay misy ny hoe hitantarana tsapako nisy vehivana atao areniny nanaovako ny fangarana azy dia ny fihinanako sakafo ara-pahasalamana sy ny fanaovako sport.
Ny tena hitako miova dia fahaizako mandanjalanja hoe reto ny sakafo misy hoe otrikaina ary fahaizako hoe tsy voatery ho quantité ihany fa tokony ho qualité ny sakafo hohaniko. Ny zavatra tena miova aloha ny fahadiovana voalohany indrindra. Teo aloha zany hoe fihoeny matetika foana hoe manasa tanana amin'ny savony alohan'ny sakafo dia le izy zany tsy dia nampiarina loatra fa rehefa natao zany le nutrition dia le formation nutrition zany satria tena hoe le formation le izy dia tena tsapako zany fa tena zava-dehibe ny fanasana tanana alohan'ny sakafo. Zay aloha ny tena zavatra hitako miova le manasa tanana alohan'ny sakafo dia faharoan'izay koa na nandanjala.
Okay, we'll try it one last time, this time on my side, because the video is delayed. So, okay, one last time. Hope it works well.
Sazo mihinana biscuit na dia hoe tsy efa lany daty hoe biscuit dia hohanina foana dia fa ohatra hoe fantany hoe rehefa lany daty dia mamparary. Minam-pandaharana dia tsapako fa tsy mety intsony ny fihinanana sakafo misy produit chimie toy ny misy ny tsirinazy satria tsy mahasalama sady tsy mitondra otrikaina izy. Dia nefa koa tsy mihinana sakafo miprozese intsony. Nefa mandeha mianatra dia mifiloky sakafo ara-pahasalamana toy ny voankazo. Ny zavatra tena mahafinaritra ao anatin'izany dia mihinana maro izay tsy mihinana tsapako nisy fivana tao amin'ny ny tena hitako miova dia fahaizako mandanjalanja hoe eto ny sakafo misy hoe otrikaina ary fahaizako hoe tsy voatery quantité ihany fa tokony qualité ny sakafo. Zavatra tena miova aloha ny fahadiovana voalohany indrindra. Teo aloha zany hoe fihoeny matetika foana hoe manasa tanana amin'ny savony alohan'ny sakafo dia le izy zany tsy dia nampiarina loatra fa rehefa natao zany le nutrition dia le formation nutrition zany satria tena hoe le formation le izy dia tena tsapako zany fa tena zava-dehibe ny fanasana tanana alohan'ny sakafo. Zay aloha ny tena zavatra hitako miova le manasa tanana alohan'ny sakafo dia faharoan'izay koa na nandanjalanja za hoe aiky zany amin'ity sakafo ity misy vitamine A, amin'ity misy vitamine D. Ohatran'izay zany mba lasa nandanjalanja le sakafo tokony hohanina zany an-tegna dia lasa mba mampianatra an'ilay olona akaikin-tegna hoe ity tsy tsara aminao fa ity zao tsara aminao. Sasao ny sakafo io aloha ny hohanina lasa mba matompona andraikitra zany an-tegna amin'ilay tena nolon-kafa koa amin'ny fahaizana ny ity formation nutrition. Aorian'ny anaovako ny fandaharana sasy izy mba matanjaka amin'ny fanjarian-tsakafo dia ny hitako miova nafantatra ny voka-tsoa maro samihafa teo amin'ireo sakafo maro loko ka nanomboka teo dia niezaka nihinana ireo legioma maro samihafa. Miova ny teo amin'ny lafiny torimaso satria tsy miatory be intsony ary amin'ny torimaso tsara. Ny fanantenana ny GPN dia tonga tsaina fa tena fahasalamana sy fodroan-karena ka tena napakefitra fa tena tsara mihinana voankazo sady izy be otrikaina no mitondra fahasalamana ho antsika tsirairay avy. Ny olona tena managatsara fa mihinana mangatahina misy zany dia manatsika tsirairay avy ka te hitindro ny fahasalamana teo elavela dia manasana hoe hihinana voankazo satria to.
Teo amin'ny fiainana dia nafantatra zany nanomboka teto fa tsy fihinanana sakafo matsiro, sakafo be loatra no tena ara-pahasalamana fa ny fihinanana sakafo ara-pahasalamana mahabe.
Lasa tia manara-maso na ao an-dajiro rehefa mahandro sakafo. Rehefa mandeha miantsena koa dia lasa manaranaraka foana, mikomandimandy rehefa tonga mivadaka fa izao mama nampianariny certaine na ino fandrahoana.
Izy karanany izy amin'ny karakara'ny sakafo fadovana fa mampiova anazy, mitondra fivoarana be tokoa aminazy sady tena mizandrany koa izay manasa tana fisakafo misy poin manao madi karakaro an-trano dia manao sport rehetrarehetra karakara zay maromaro karazany dia manao izy dia
tena misy fizarana aminazy sady mabebe koa ny fivoarana ny mikasika ny momba fianarana anazy zegny le izy dia magnampy amin'ny koa izy.
Ny ankizivavy matanjaka amin'ny fanjarian-tsakafo dia ariary satria na digana rehetra efa natriako ka nahitako tombontsoa maty tokoa izay hozaraiko amin'ny sy avokoa. Voalohany indrindra tao anatin'ny fandarana io no nahafantarako ireo otrikana ilain'ny vatako rehefa tonga ny vadimbolako. Nahafahako mitombo ara-dalàna satria eto nandanjalanja ireo sakafo tokony hohaniko. Nanampy aho fitadiana ary nahaizako ireo sakafo tokony hohan'ny sokajim-batan'olona. Ary indrindra nahazoako ilay marika talenta sy ny vatsy izay nahafahako indray nizara ireo traikefa tamin'ny mpianatry ny EPP Flaco.
Tena nisy fiantraikany ngeza be mihitsiny tao amin'ny fiainako nahazoako ny vatsy nahatetehana ny sahan'asa tao amin'ny EPP iny satria raha tsy laza fotsiny tsy mivana tamin'ny fisakafoanana zany dia isany koa nampisy impact ngeza be tamin'ny développement personnelako le izy satria nanomboka teo dia nasotona indray anjara tamin'ny sehatra maro samihafa ho an'ny ankizivavy sy ny tontolony teo anivon'ny skotisma sy zavavy ary indrindra ihany koa dia teny fiarahamonina sy tany amin'ny resaka fampivoarana tena manokana teo amin'ny fiainana manokana ihany koa.
Zavatra tsikatra tamin'ilay mpianatra misy fahalalana tombo satria ato anatin'ny fandaharam-pianarana koa misy an'ilay fianarana momba ilay karazana sakafo fananamafy an'izay fandaharam-pianarana izay zany ny zavatra natao dia
Aoriana fandalovana sefitaina teto aminay dia niova tanteraka ny ankizy. Ny sakafo hohaniny sy mihinana ilay sakafo kiwi tsisy hery mitondra hery ireny izy fa sakafo ara-pahasalamana toy ny voankazo, sôkôla, toy ny maro loko tsara ny sakafo hohaniny. Dia na ny fahadiovana sy ny fahasalamana ihany koa dia hitany salama ny ankizy satria nampihariny teo amin'ny fiainana ilay sakafo ara-pahasalamana. Salamy sady matanjaka tsara masilo saina tsara izy eo am-pianarana dia madio tsara ihany koa.
Betsaka amin'ny vatako zany le izy. Za zao tamin'izay misakafo be dia be foana za rehefa le asa fa rehefa tatia fara za
Maneho hevitra sa mandresy lahatra ireo manam-pahefana sy ireo tompon'andraikitra tandrify amin'izany ary ireo namana ireo fianakaviany dia afaka hanehoana ny fandresen-davitry ny fifanjarian-tsakafo ity.
Wow. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Miguel.
Back to Ruju, or is that the last one?
Yes, the last part of the presentation.
Okay. Thank you, everyone. Oh my gosh, Alefa. It's really, really nice to see different people, especially the males, who has also been impacted about the program. And with this, since we are in a special week, I invented different claps for our different teams. And with what we have presented, with what we've witnessed so far, we will do an Alefa clap, okay? And I'll teach you what an Alefa clap is. Okay, so yeah, participants in Zoom, please join me because I don't want to be embarrassed. But Alefa claps, turn on your video, okay? So it goes like this. Okay, so you clap 1, 2, ah, 1, 2, le, and then 1, 2, fa, Alefa. Okay, so that's the Alefa clap. Okay, everyone, let's do Alefa clap for the Madagascar team. In 3, 2, 1, go. 1, 2, ah. 1,
Ah.
2, le.
Le.
1, 2, fa. Alefa.
Alefa. Ooh.
Okay, thank you so much. And to help us, we'll now open the floor for questions, answers, comments, reflections. And to help us with this, I would like to invite Hannah to lead us to some open forum.
Great. Would anybody have any questions for the Madagascar team? I've got a little exercise that we can do to ask questions to the Madagascar team. And I'd like to introduce you to head, heart, bag. So what this is you can think about things that you have learned, so things in your head. You can think about things that you treasure or that you love, so things in your heart. And you can think about things that you want to take away or that you want to use in the future. So that's your bag. So head, heart, bag. So if you'd like to ask a question or open the floor to a forum, and please state whether you're thinking about something in your head, your heart, or your bag. And anybody can speak. Okay, so I will start us off. That's fine. I will start us off. And actually, I'd like to think about something in my heart. And something in my heart is it's really, really impressive about how much that girls have been really spearheading and really leading this program and being right at the forefront of this program since the very beginning. So that's something that is very important to me, ensuring that girls can have a lead and ensuring that girls can take the lead and, shape their own ideas through this program. And that's something that I'm going to have in my heart for a long time. So think about your head, your heart, and your bag. So something you've learned, something that you treasure, or something that you want to take away to the future. Would anybody like to share?
Maybe I can also share. Oh, Kush, sorry.
After you, Miguel.
Yeah, for me, really quickly, I think I mentioned this already. I think for the head part, the learnings is really, really impressive how GPN cuts across different age groups and different sectors of life, because we originally targeted girls and young women, but we've seen in the video in Madagascar that it has also affected males, adults, different community members, and different levels in society. So I'm really, really pleased to hear that and see that we're having impact on these people. Yeah.
Thanks, Miguel, and over to Kush.
Yeah, I think this is a question from the head. So I just want to know how you got your advocacy champions together.
Would somebody from the Madagascar team like to answer that one?
Because I think the advocacy champions have done a lot for GPN. So I'm interested in knowing how you got the advocacy champions together. Did they come voluntarily? Did you choose them? How did you do that?
I can start and then the team can add. So this adventure with the advocacy team started when we have a national training on advocacy. So from this national training, I think all ideas came from this national training, which has a huge impact on our young advocates. And thank you for the WAGGGS team for this training. After this, we tried to have all the girls to have an action plan, and we are trying to gather them at the regional level and to build the national advocacy plan, and also pushing them to do individual action plans. So not waiting, but when there is opportunities, they can work. And we have also the support of team. Thank you to Ruth and WAGGGS team for them to push them and seeing really where our opportunities to where they can raise their voice, where they can bring a solution. And I think it's part of the success, let's say. Yeah. And we can say that we have no strong pool of youth advocates. Yeah.
Your advocacy champions are girls, right?
Yeah, they are young women. Yeah.
It's really worth mentioning as well that actually Madagascar originally didn't have a national campaign in the country, but it was just through the girls who really wanted to do a national campaign and they really wanted to be trained as advocacy champions that we actually added a national campaign to Madagascar as well. So just through girls advocacy, we've managed to establish a national campaign in that country as well, which is great. Anybody else would like to talk about their head, their heart, or their bag? And if there's any questions on YouTube as well, please put them in the chat and we can ask them as well.
Hannah?
Oh, I've got a question on YouTube. Zaruk, I'll come to you afterwards. Rindra on YouTube has said, in her heart, she really appreciates the mother and two little daughters, brownies, who told her that her daughters are now asking for healthy food when she's going to the market. That's really nice, and I really like that one too. Okay, Zaruk, over to you.
Thank you, Hannah. First of all, congratulations, Team Madagascar. It's really impressive. Sorry, I have my heart, head, and yes, back also. It's really impressive to watch the video and the presentation, a lot of progress, and I can imagine how the change has taken place and the changes have been also nicely documented in a very nice way through a presentation, audio, video, and slides. And I also would like to learn more about how you, the Team Madagascar, involved mothers, because I personally feel that the involvement of the parents, especially mothers and fathers, is very important if we expect any changes throughout this program. Thank you.
Okay, over to the Madagascar team. How have you involved mothers and parents, and have you expected any changes in the program or had to implement any changes in the program?
Hi, okay, thank you for the question. I will answer first and then my team can help. To engage the parents, it's always through the education for the girls. So when the girls beneficiate the Girl Powered Nutrition program, they apply what they have learned at home, like they really practice their learning at home. So through that learning, they influence directly their parents and their community members. So they changed their behaviors with them. And also as the girls present as a model at home, so it's easy for the parents to be influenced by the girls' experiences. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Lovely. Does anybody else have any other questions or any head, heart, or bag to share? What things are we going to take away with us? What things are we going to put in our bag? Maybe I could ask the Madagascar team that question. You know, what things from Girl Powered Nutrition do you think are really important to use in programs in the future?
Yeah, I can respond as we in the main success, as I think you and I already told this. I think for us, the main learning is about the contribution of girls, the involvement of girls since the beginning of the design of a program as part of a co-creation team. So for us as the educational organization, I think it's really important that the girls, representative from the girls, take part in the program. So I think for me, it's the main learning we have. And also as Madagascar is a federation, we have few component associations and as federation. One learning from the program is the fact that the program let us to have Ruth as the country program manager. And for us, we've seen the differences between program led only by the team of volunteers, the project team, and also the fact of having the staff who were working with us. So really for us, it's the difference is huge. Yeah, I think they can add also, but for me, it's two. If I have to choose two, this is what I return. Yeah,
I would very much agree. Thank you very much, Eleonora. Thank you, Anita. Yeah. And all the rest of the Madagascar team as well. We very much appreciate your efforts, and congratulations. I think that's over to Miguel for the next team.
Thank you so much.
I also have one question.
Oh, one more question.
Okay, since Madagascar is a church-based, we know their trainings are church. Madagascar is a church-based organization. So I want to know how they have been conducted their training. Are they doing it in churches or at schools?
The training for the members, it's you know Madagascar. So yeah, the training we've done it at association level. But once we've gone to the community, we touched both schools and the churches and the communities. So we didn't make differences between those target communities. We've done the girls have done in schools, in the community like in Tamata, and in churches or association based in churches. So we both work with those different type of stakeholders. Yeah.
Does that answer your question? Great. Wonderful. Thank you so much to the Madagascar team. And who's next, Miguel?
Thank you so much, Hannah. And again, thank you to the Madagascar team. And now we're going to hear the accomplishments from our Sri Lankan team. Zaruk, I guess you're the one presenting.
Yes, Miguel, thank you very much. But my video is stopped.
I can share it. Do you want me to share it?
Yeah, please. Okay.
It's break the intergenerational cycle of
malnutrition. Miguel, not this one. I just first want to start my slides.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
I have those if you want me to put them up.
Okay, sorry.
Miguel, do you want me to share those?
Sorry, resume share. Sorry, I thought I was sharing. Okay.
No, I can share this, Miguel, but you need to start my video because it's already stopped. I'm unable to.
No, we can only share one at a time. So it's either we share the slides or the video.
No, I think it mean his own video. As in him. There we go.
Okay, thank you. Now, okay. So, right. Maybe. I just want to start with my slides. Okay. Thank you very much, colleagues. And it's indeed a pleasure to see all of you here together and celebrate the outcomes of the GPN. In my presentation, I have two components. One is a few slides, and the other one is some audio video visuals. And first, let me start with the slide. This slide will speak about how we started the co-creation teams, then curriculum trainings, global TOT, national TOT, and provincial level trainings, then how we had our batch rollout, batch awardings, and then community action activities, community action funds, and community action hubs. And then we will also discuss a little about the lesson learned and best practices, challenges. That's all. Okay. As everyone knows, we first started with the formation of the co-creation team. We had 4 leaders and 8 girls for the co-creation teams, and they contributed a lot for the first workshop. And for the second workshop, we thought to include some more girls. So we had some more 6 girls in addition to what we already had for the first workshop. Then about the trainings, we had 3 type of trainings, global training. 3 participants attended the global training in India, Pune, Surini, Kush, and myself. And after the global training, we had our national TOT, where 40 participants were participating, representing all the provinces. And after that, we targeted to have 300 provincial leaders trained, but we couldn't meet the target. We achieved only 175 because we had a number of challenges, which I will discuss later in this presentation. Then after the provincial level training, we started rolling out the badge activities, and you can see that altogether there are 193 companies registered for rollout, but so far only 67 companies completed badge awarding, and 10 companies are in progress, and 7 companies not started, and 109 companies we couldn't get any information because there are number of issues like school closure, lockdown, and all these things. So we are continuously following up and see how we can go ahead with achieving the planned target. This is also a comparison, like how each company has achieved or roll out and given the badges. In all 9 provinces, we have so far awarded 1,772 girls. They have completed, but some more companies are in the middle of rolling out, but schools were closed due to corona lockdown. But again, now schools have started functioning, but the government of Ministry of Education has banned the school engaging in extracurricular activities, that is delaying the rollout of GPN activities. This is also a big challenge for us. Then our targets for the community action hubs and community action funds are like 10 community action hubs, and we had opportunities for 2 community action hubs and 10 community action funds. Out of these 2 community action hubs, we transferred funds to 1 community action hub. When they were to start their planned activity, schools closed and again locked down, so they couldn't complete their activities. But they are in the process of assessing the situation. When there is a permission given by the government for the girls to engage in the activities, they will continue to start. Similarly, out of the 10 community action funds, we transferred only 3 funds, and they are also in the same level of work, same progress. They couldn't continue, they couldn't start, even though we transferred the funds. This is basically due to the school closure and the COVID situation. Then some of the lessons learned and best practices. Actually, throughout this program, we established good relationship with the school management, school principals, and education authorities at the national level as well as provincial level. And we were able to receive support from these authorities, which is really, really motivating our work, like whatever it is, be it provincial training or rolling out or community action project. Then also we are very happy, even though this is a girl-led program, mainly targeted for the young women and girls, there have been a significant level of male participation in rolling out and community action activities. So we believe that even if we want to ensure gender equality, there should be male participation. That is really appreciative. Then attitude change in food consumption at household level. Like what Madagascar showed us, we also have had parents like changing their food consumption practices after girls carried messages and did home-based advocacy with their parents. Then girls engage in home gardening and school gardening. Girls decide what to, I think I hear some background sound. Girls engage in home gardening and school gardening. Girls decide what should be in the school lunchbox. Actually, when we had a monitoring visit, meeting mothers especially, and discussing about the change that their daughters bringing after the rollout of the GPN, many mothers said that currently they are instructing mothers how their lunch boxes, school lunch boxes should be prepared and what should be kept in the lunch boxes. We also have a component of community guides. So community guides are like those who are not in the formal schooling system, managed by NGOs and other charity organizations. So we also had a chance to involve leaders from this organization for the training program, and after that rolling out GPN in their institutions. Then challenges, there are a few challenges that we had to face, like in our way to the implementation of the GPN. First of all, we could not complete planned activities due to a number of things such as Easter bomb blast and elections in 2019, and then COVID-19 2020. Actually, you must have heard that there was a very big bomb blast in last April 2019, resulting the closure of school for more than 4 or 5 months. So that totally prevented us from completing all the provincial trainings that we planned to be completed by October last year. Schools were closed for 5 months, and then Ministry of Education also advised not to carry out any extracurricular activities or any other training program. So we couldn't do anything. So this delayed significantly our progress in the GPN rollout. Anyhow, we started again training the leaders provincially from August last year. And then again came the elections, and due to the elections also schools were also closed, and then we couldn't complete the planned training. We had to cancel a number of trainings that we planned. So all these were challenges really delaying the program rollout of GPN activities. And then again in almost March, all the schools in Sri Lanka closed, and that's the period, you know, we had our last training in February and in February, basically February we had 2 provincial trainings, and after that only they started rolling out. You know, usually March, you know, they were planning to roll out GPN activities after April. April is again usually in Sri Lanka, it is a month of New Year. Schools are closed, so everyone was planning to roll out more after April New Year. So April, from March onwards, COVID situation was there, and then schools were closed. So we fully experienced all these, you know, hindrances and challenges. After receiving training, leaders were transferred to schools where there is no guiding. Leaders also leave schools for their professional education and training. So we had some problem with the leaders after their training. Either they had been transferred to a school where there is no guiding, or they had to go for their higher studies and professional training programs, leaving of their planned rollout activities. Then we did not have much youths or young women because most of them engage in their academic activities. They give priority when they become like 16, 17, they give priority for their advanced level studies and then would like to enter universities or to the world of work. So they focus more on that. So we couldn't have much on range level activities. Then lack of coordination and communication among leaders and commissioners. So since most of the commissioners and leaders are teachers, they have full-time job and their families. So it's a bit difficult for them to find time sometimes over the weekends and holidays to focus on rolling out the GPMs. Even the schools also, they have to do a lot of work, not only teaching, but more of administrative work. So that also prevents some rolling out, causing some delays. Then there are some teachers, some leaders who have to travel a long distance. Sometimes they have to travel in 2-3 buses. Sometimes they will have to walk. Sometimes they will have to ride motor bicycle and cycles. So these are some of the hindrance. But with all these challenges, I think we have been progressing significantly. Then absence of monitoring at company level. Especially we experience that due to all these challenges for a leader at school and family and in their day-to-day life, we noticed that there was some absenteeism in the monitoring of the red level activity. They say everyone was those who completed up to blue level did their I mean, carrying messages, but there was not a system to monitor how it was done. So this is also something that we want to discuss in this forum. So that is my presentation slides, and I would like to show you some visuals so you can see how we can engage in our rollout. What is this? Sorry, wrong slide. Sorry, there is a
You can always share from our side, Zaruk, if that's easier, if the connection isn't great.
Zaruk, is it the video that you shared to
Yeah,
me?
please.
Okay.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Sophie, please.
Yep. 1 second. Oh, hang on. It's stuck. Still transfer. It's the one thing that's still transferring to my desktop. All the others have transferred, but it's
Okay. No, I can do it.
if you have it.
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry.
No worries.
Break the intergenerational cycle of malnutrition.
සමබල පෝෂණ නොතියක් ඒ කියන්නේ සමබල පෝෂණ නොතිය කියන්නේ ඒකට Kita ikut kalau ilmu boleh pada ilmu buat ke.
Yay! Girl Powered Nutrition! Thank you so much, Zaruk and Sri Lankan team for this presentations. And as usual, we will do a clap for our Sri Lankan team. And this one is called the Wow Clap, okay? So again, everyone turn on your video in Zoom to join me to do the Wow Clap. Okay, it's very simple. So basically just do 3 claps, 1, 2, 3, and then you do 3 stomps. So 1, 2, 3, and then you do wow. Okay, so that's the wow clap. Okay, everyone, let's give our Sri Lankan team the wow clap in 3, 2, 1, go. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Wow.
Wow.
You have to form your mouth. Oh, okay. So thank you, everyone. And now, as to ask comments, questions, I will ask Sophie to lead us on this one.
Thanks, Miguel, and thanks, Zaruk, and the Sri Lanka team for pulling those wonderful presentations together and all those fabulous images, lots of fruit pictures and images of really tasty food in there as well. So yeah, opening the floor for some reflection and questions. In a similar way to Hannah, I have a short exercise in which to do that. So I'm going to use the rosebud thorn approach. So asking you to, if you've got any questions or any reflections that you want to do, think about if there's any roses, so any highlights in particular that you heard or saw that you wanted to share and congratulate the team on. In terms of bud, so thinking about any new ideas that you've heard from the SLGGA team or something that you want to know more about, something that you're curious about. So think about your bud. And then thorn, a challenge that you heard that you wanted to reflect on, or that you also shared in your MO that you wanted to reflect on and share with the SLGGA team. So does anybody have any reflections from what they've seen and heard in terms of our accomplishments in Sri Lanka? Rio, you look like you've just turned your video on to say something. You featured in some of those pictures there as well.
Oh yeah, I remember it quite. It felt like it was just yesterday or 2 days ago. But I've really want to congratulate the Sri Lanka team for doing such a great job. They've experienced quite a lot of challenges, and they were able to beat the odds. I think Zaruk would tell us, like, as he was mentioning the challenges, the election, the attacks, and all those things. Yeah, they were able to pull through and then manage to, reach some of the targets that they were wanting to, and then form the team that they needed to. So yeah, congratulations to the team and to everyone who has helped the program. I think one of my questions is just the one that Zaruk mentioned about the lack of interest from Rangers due to academic commitments. I just wanted to ask, like, how did they overcome it in Sri Lanka?
Thank you, Rio. And I think I would like to invite either Kush or Sirni to answer this question.
Shall I say a few things? The Rangers, like Zaruk said, is a difficult age group where they have finished their exams and they branch off to their different careers or higher studies. But I think the interest is there. The interest in the GPN program is there because in schools where we have Rangers, they always help when there's a GPN activity. So I think we need to do a bit more publicity and reach out to the Rangers a little bit more so that they get involved and to show them that the exams and the studies and whatever can be overcome. It's not such a barrier. I think we need to reach out more to the Rangers, and I think we are going to do that in the second phase.
Thanks, Kush. And it was interesting to see that there was also, that was a challenge, and we were looking at our Madagascar team's accomplishments with the older age group as well. So something perhaps we can all think about in terms of how to, that challenge of having more responsibility when you're older and more pressures at school, and how you can balance that with guiding activities as well. Any other questions or comments relating to Sri Lanka's accomplishments? Henitra.
Congratulations, Sri Lanka team. It was a really great achievement. And I have seen that you have a lot of challenges to face. And I'm so curious, like, with those challenges, how did you come up with all of those challenges to achieve your great achievement? Thank you.
Thank you, Henitra. Actually, challenges are there always, and we don't wait until the challenges are, or coming to an end. For example, in April last year, we had a very big blast, Easter bombing blast, and immediately after that, all the schools were closed for 4 months. So we printed all the books, we canceled all the training program. So we didn't know what to do, but at the same time, we didn't want to just idle our time, but we started having discussion with those who were already completed the TOT. So at least that's why we saw, we said in the presentation, we had something called pilot rollout. So before training the provincial leaders, we actually thought of using that particular time period to have discussion with those TOT trained leaders and to see whether we can start piloting at a smaller scale. And later on, we thought we can go for a bigger scale rollout once the situation becomes normal. This is something that we did to overcome the challenges. The other thing is even when the schools were reopening, there were instructions by the Ministry of Education not to start any extracurricular activities or any training program. So what we did was we had a couple of discussions with the highest authorities of the Ministry of Education to organize this training, to seeking their permission and approval. So we approached them, and then after discussing with them, they agreed with our request, and they instructed all the provincial and then zonal directors of education to give permission to organize the training. So these are some of the strategies that we developed. Even though there are challenges, we wanted to go further and we wanted to achieve our targets. Then we also had a very close communication and very close relationship with the zonal and provincial leaders, continuously calling them, meeting them, sending messages via WhatsApp. So in that way, at least we are trying to see we can do something at a smaller level. Then we can think of in a bigger scale. Maybe I think this helps us a lot, and because of that only we are in a position to achieve at least now almost 20% we have completed. There are more, I mean, 80,000. Our total target is 10,000, and there are 8,000 girls to be awarded, and another 125 leaders to be trained. So at least I think we were able to go further and accomplish this target. And I must thank Kush and Sirni especially for being with us all the time, even though they are away from Colombo, having their families and full-time jobs. They are like, you know, they are the pillars. They have to share the success for leading this project.
Thanks, Saruk. I can see that, I think we've got time for one more question. I can see that the Tanzania team have unmuted. So David, did you want to ask something or reflect on something?
Yeah, I just wanted to say, you know, reflecting on all the experiences that Zaruk and the team have shared, and working with the Sri Lanka team over the course of the last 2 years or so, I think the word that comes to my mind is resilience, really. Given all that has been happening, as Rio mentioned, I think that will be my takeaway, that despite anything that is happening, because there are things that are not predictable, there are things that just happen out of blue, and they might in one way or the other prevent people from reaching their targets. So resilience is the key. But also I wanted to reflect on one of the challenges that they mentioned about communication among leaders. We had similar situation in Tanzania, whereby the leaders level communication was not very much robust with the regional commissioners level, and this was basically experienced during the reporting. So there was some of the gaps between reporting from the guider level or leaders level to the commissioners level. And how we approached it is that we built capacity of the regional commissioners and district commissioners to go down into the field where the leaders are implementing their sessions, to meet with them and to collect data through focus group discussions. So I think this was one of the things I wanted to share in relation to the challenge that was shared. But well done with the resilience that you have demonstrated along the way.
Thank you very much, David.
Thanks, David. Kush, you've just raised your hand. Do you want to say something to add to that?
Thanks, David, for those words and for encouraging us. I think we've started also to pass down the message to give more possibilities to the provincial commissioners and region, so that the messages go down better without always only having our provincial commissioners. There'll be another layer of people. So that's national level, but that is going to help us as well. Maybe Sirni wants to say something.
I just want to add something about rangers. Less participation. But though they are busy with exams these days, most of the rangers have expressed their willingness to do the badges even after their A-levels, because Ranger Commissioner told me like that. So we will be able to overcome that challenge as well.
Great, thank you. Thanks, everybody. I think a couple of things there just to reflect on are that some of the challenges are shared. So the opportunity for keeping in contact across each MO in the future and learning from one another's experiences there. And now that we're all connected through this program, I think there's great benefits of that connection and opportunity to understand how you've each tackled those challenges and to share from one another. And definitely I echo David's comment on resilience, because I think Sri Lanka have shown amazing resilience in their delivery of this program and continuing to move forward. But then there's resilience that's been seen across the whole program as well in relation to the current situation we're in. So congratulations on that, and thank you for maintaining those efforts and keeping the program moving forward. We've run out of time, I'm afraid. So moving on to Miguel. Back to Miguel.
Thank you, Sophie. It's Tuti Nandri to the Sri Lankan team. And shout out to Alice, who's now watching us on YouTube, who also agrees with how resilient the Sri Lankan team are. And so now we're entering a short break. So we'll have a 10-minute break. So feel free to grab coffee, tea, any drinks, or go to the comfort room. But at the same time, I will be here during the 10 minutes, and we will, for those who will be staying, we will play a short game. So I'm going to send the link both in YouTube and here if you want to join, but feel free to have a break, please. 10 minutes. Okay, so for those people who stayed, I'm gonna share my screen and we're gonna play the game here. Sorry. Okay, so I'm gonna wait for players to join. I think everyone's having a break. Okay, I'm just like reading comments from YouTube. And Sarah wants also a shout out. Hi, Sarah Aspa. I feel like a vlogger now. This is actually my dream. So, yeah. And there are lots of people joining from the Philippines. Hello. And Miriam, shout out to Miriam as well, whom you also know, Miriam Schindler, who's also joining us in the quiz, and Alice. Hello to both of you. Okay, we'll wait for a few more players. In the meantime, please have some break. Okay, Ruj is here as well. Chelsea. Okay, hi Chelsea. Okay, where are my Filipinos? Okay, Narendra. Oh, she's gone. Okay, I can see 21 people in, but only 7 players are registered, so we'll wait. Hanta is here. Okay. Hanitra is now here as well. Okay, cool. Princess is also here. Hello. Miriam, thank you. Sir Migs, yes. Sorry, I'm reading the YouTube comments, everyone. So, okay, we'll wait. We'll start once we reach 15 players to make it more fun. And once we start, everyone can join in anyway.
Was forfeit. It was owned by my mom's parents.
Oops. Okay. 11 players now in. Oh. Alice is supporting my dream of being a vlogger. Thank you so much, Alice. Oh, and Sarah as well. Oh, thank you. Please subscribe to my YouTube page. And follow me on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. Okay, not just enough. Okay, 13 players. I think we can start since the break will already finish. So we'll start. It's called the GPN trivia. So I will ask you some few questions. I think there's 5 questions, and see how much you know about GPN. So the team might know these questions or the answers to the questions. So yeah, they might read actually this quiz. Okay, we'll start the question. So question 1. So look at your phone, and the question is, what it was the year when GPN first started? Is it 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019, or 2020? Okay, 2, 1, time's up. Okay, let's see the answer. Okay. So you can see 5 people got correct answers. So GPN first started in 2017. And it actually started at a UN event called the Commission on the Status of Women, CSW, in New York, where WAGGGS and Nutrition International first met. And from there, everything started, and now we're here. So, let's see who are at the leaderboard. Hannah, Miriam. Okay, as expected, the GPN team is winning, but don't worry. There's time to catch up. Okay, let's proceed with the next question. Question number 2. What is the original number of countries in GPN program for the pilot program? Is it 3? Is it 4? Is it 5? Is it 6 or 7 countries? Okay, 3, 2, 1, and okay. This is a trick question, and only GPN team probably knows, or some of you. Yeah, many were tricked with 4 answers. So there are actually 4 now, but actually originally we started with 5 countries, and that one country who's not here is Bangladesh. Okay. Yeah, so I can see some comments, technical issues. And Hannah is leading, Miriam is second, Hanitra is still the 3rd place, so it's same ranking, but Rio has now risen, and others still has no points. Okay, I think this is a quiz leaning towards the GPN team, so sorry for that. Okay, question number 3 is, okay, what is the fruit in the yellow bit of the badge? Is it banana, mango, orange, strawberry, or apple? Okay, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. Okay. Majority got the answers right. So it's actually banana. One person answered mango, one person orange. I love mango as well, but unfortunately, that's not the yellow bit in the fruit. And the badge, that's not the yellow fruit in the badge. It's banana. Okay, let's see who are the leaderboards. Miriam took over. Hanitra is now second. And Rio is third. Hannah went down. Okay, I can see others like Princess Alice, Janina, Chelsea, Ariane, Kush, Narendra also gaining some points. So we're not going to consider Miriam, Rio, Sophie, Hannah, and Ruji for the winners. But it's good to see them scoring as well. Okay, question number 4. What is the total number of GPN program components or main activities? So this is a tricky question. Is it 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? Again, we're counting the number of main components or main activities. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Sorry for the time for everyone in YouTube. There's a delay. Ooh, okay. I know this will trick people. But you can see here it's quite split. And maybe I got the answer wrong. Okay, but here the answer is 4. And what are those main activities? There's actually 5. Okay, I think I got the wrong one. But okay, the main ones are badge, Action Fund, Action Hub, and the National Campaign. And there should be training as well. Okay, maybe I did some wrong with this one. But okay, anyway, we'll move on to the last question. YouTube is so behind. I'm so sorry, everyone. But I can come up with another game on Thursday, and I'll make the time longer. Okay, Hanitra got the answer right, and she's way ahead. Followed by Miriam and Sophie. Okay, Chelsea is catching up, and Princess and Alice as well. Okay, and the last question before we resume is, what was the name of GPN at the very start of the program in 2017? Is it Go Bananas program? Is it Girl Power program? Is it Global Nutrition program, or Youth for Nutrition program, or Global Youth Nutrition program? Okay, 3, 2, 1. I thought this was a trick, but no one, not everyone, majority got the answer right. Yeah, the original name is the simple name Global Nutrition Program. It's quite close to GPN as GNP, but yeah. And then we co-created the name and we came up with Girl Powered Nutrition Program. And now let's see who's the winner, and it's Hanitra. Yay! And Hanitra is the winner of this game, followed by, oops, it's not showing me the followed by Miriam and Rio officially, I mean like unofficially, but officially after Hanitra. Chelsea is the second placer, followed by, maybe let's not consider Alice as well, Janina. Okay, so those are the 3 top placers. Congratulations, everyone. And I think that's the end of our trivia. And everyone should be back now for us to resume to our presentations. Okay, Sarah is in 15th place. Don't worry, I'll come up with another GPN trivia part 2 on Thursday. So I'll make the time longer for our YouTube viewers. Okay, now we're gonna resume back to our program, and this time we're gonna hear from our Tanzanian colleagues. So Tanzanian team, please, you have the floor.
Hello, everyone. Once again, welcome to Tanzania, the land of Kilimanjaro. So when we had communication with our regional commissioners to say that we are going to meet our colleagues from 3 different countries, they said that we need to teach you the common greeting that we use in GPN in Tanzania. So we are going to do exactly that so that we can fulfill their promise. So when I say Girl Powered Nutrition, you are going to respond to say, oh yes. Okay? The videos are off, but I hope that's...
Okay, yes.
All right, so Girl Powered Nutrition.
Oh yes. Oh no, should go down. Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna share my screen. Okay, so welcome, as I said, welcome to Tanzania. And first of all, given the audience that we have, especially those colleagues that are watching through YouTube, some of them we thought might be maybe hearing the GPN for the very first time, or some of them heard it at the beginning of the project and now they are back to listen to all that has been happening. So I just thought it's good to put some sort of context and also the scope, and to recap some of the things that also Sophie mentioned at the beginning of this session. So I just wanted to say that our project in Tanzania and even globally, we had 4 outcomes, which are to have the girls and young women to improve their knowledge and attitude to make healthy food choices, and also to have the confidence and the skills to influence their community members. And also we had some activities as well related to improving the knowledge and attitude of the community members so that they can make healthy choices for girls. But also we had activities related to national campaign advocacy part of the project, which is basically to do GPN campaign activities, which aim at making sure that the decision makers at the local, national, and global level prioritize adolescent girls' nutrition in their work, in their policies, budget, etc., etc. But also another thing was to I would say, to document really the learnings, the processes, and everything that is happening within the project, so that we can milk all that information together to create a scalable model that could be disseminated to other places. It could be other places in the country or otherwise countries as well. So I just wanted to recap that, especially for the new audience. So for Tanzania, we implemented this project in 6 regions, as you can see from the map. And these 6 regions were selected based, first of all, on the size of the membership of a Girl Guide in Tanzania. The second part was the leadership in those existing regions, so the leadership within the guiding. And also another reason was the community support in terms of, and the community, by community, I mean the community leaders, their interests, and also their level of engagement so far in relation to interventions related to nutrition. But also another reason was the prevalence of malnutrition, especially among the girls of reproductive age in those particular regions. And so we receive, so we received the support of 106,000 Canadian dollars. Thank you to Nutrition International through WAGGGS. And this project was implemented from December 2017 to now, August 2020. And the target that we were obliged to reach as the country in Tanzania was 30,000 girls. So in terms of the time, I just wanted to highlight like the distribution of this time. This is from December 2017 to August 2020. This is approximately 32 months. And about 63% of this time was used basically to design the project, planning, creating the country implementation plans, and to make sure that we have the teams on board that will support this project. So that also included the co-creation process of the GPN, which involved the co-creation team into coming up with the activity pack, which is relevant to Tanzanian context. But also this process involved also, this stage involved development of the different tools that could be used in the program in relation to monitoring and evaluation. So 63% was used for that. And then about 20% of this time was used for actual rollout of the activity. So this is the time that was used by leaders, we call them guiders in Tanzania, to actually deliver the nutrition sessions to the girls in their respective units. And then the remaining time, the remaining percent was the time when no activities were essentially happening, at least the activities that needed face-to-face interaction due to COVID-19, but also that time include also the time when the schools were closed because of the Tanzanian curriculum in the education sector. So that is the rough idea of how this time was spent. And so the 30,000 girls, as I mentioned, as our target, these are the girls from the age of 6 to 19, and most of them for Tanzanian context, because the guiding in Tanzania is based in the schools. So most of these girls were reached in the school environment within the unit of Girl Guides. The project management structure in Tanzania. So we had the national project team, which is the team that is constituted by myself as the country project manager, along with some of the staff members at Tanzania Girl Guide Association and volunteers as well, which also includes the management of TGGA. And the main responsibility was really to give support to the regional project team, which was also constituted by the regional commissioner, who is the head of the team, assisted by some other leaders within the region. And then from the regional project team, we had unit leaders, we call them guiders, as I mentioned before, So these are the teachers essentially who have that close interaction with the girls that are our directly partners, direct beneficiaries in the project. And from the unit leaders or guiders, we have the patrol leaders. So patrol leaders, these are the girls within the units that are within the unit, which is led by a guider. So normally within the unit in Tanzania, you would have about 100 girls, and within that group of 100 girls, it's normally distributed into groups of 10 girls. So for each group of 10 girls, you will have one person who is called patrol leader, who is the peer of the girls, and they were normally giving support to the guiders when the guiders were delivering activities to them. And then from the patrol leaders, we have this the stage of our important partners, who are the girl guides or the girls that we were reaching. So across all that, we were able to do a number of activities and being able to bring into existence different output as well. So I just wanted to give also short summary in relation to the components. So we had the component of badge, which was implemented by all the regions in Tanzania, in all the regions, all the 6 regions that I mentioned. And then we had a component of community action. So community action has also 2 parts. Part number 1 is Action Fund, which is the dedicated demand-driven grant, which was set within TGGA, where girls could apply, and if they want to do bigger project or project at a bigger scale in their localities. And the second part in the community action was the Action Hub. So these are specific units which were designated to do community action events out of school especially. And this event would also bring different partners who have similar interests and similar interventions maybe within their region. And then we also had the component of GPN campaign, which was essentially led by our advocacy champions. And this is basically related to the third outcome that I mentioned about making leaders to prioritize the adolescent girls' nutrition. So for the badge, actually what we started with was the training. And as my colleagues mentioned before, that we started with the global training, and then we had national training to train national leaders. And then from the national leaders, we had the regional trainings, which took place in all of those 6 regions. And in these trainings, basically, we were just really capacitating the leaders to make sure that they are better placed to deliver this badge to the girls. And 55% of the leaders were reached. These are the leaders who were reached from the national training to the regional training. And also we were able to reach 56% of the girls in the badge activities, and then 200% of the patrol leaders reached, and also the activity packs 102%. So activity packs, these are the curriculum which were used by our guiders or our leaders to reach out to the girls. In the community action, so we had 2 action hubs, which were in Lindi. One was in Lindi region, and the other one was in Dodoma region. And together, they were able, so far, they have been able to do about 3 major actions. And together, they have been able to reach 104% of the target that we had put for the community members. And also, we have been able to do to reach 50% of the activities which were completed under Action Fund. And one of the things that was really interesting was the involvement of the community leaders, especially in the planning, implementation of these community events that Lindi and Dodoma were able to do. In the campaign, another point that I wanted to mention under community action is formation of community youth groups. And this is one of the sustainability plans that we will share mostly during the last day, is that in these communities, Linde and Dodoma, they were able to form community action groups, which are led by girls themselves. And beyond August, when the project is phasing out, this project will continue to lead community actions to make sure that the wider community is being reached, including parents, including men and boys, and also some very community local leaders as well. So on the campaign, we have been able to do a number of activities and participated in a number of moments as well. Some of them are local, some of them are national, and some of them are international or global. So you can see from the chart, we were able to participate in the Women Deliver as the Global Women Deliver Conference 2019. 2 advocacy champions were able to travel to Canada to meet global leaders, and also some of the Tanzanian government leaders were also there. So it was an opportunity for them to push their agenda forward to the leaders who were available. World Health Day and Joint Multi-Sectoral Nutrition Review. This is national advocacy space, which normally happen on an annual basis, and it is normally organized by the Ministry of Health of Tanzania through Tanzania Food and Nutrition Center. So through Nutrition International in Tanzania, we got an opportunity to participate in both of these meetings, and our girls were able to directly meet the highest level of the government officials, the Prime Minister, and communicate their campaign agenda to them as well. But also we had some of the local campaign activities. So we have been able to do over 40 radio programs. These are the awareness building programs done by advocacy champions across the 6 regions. And these programs are normally organized by the advocacy champions themselves. They will communicate key messages that are available in the activity pack. They would also tailor their message to make sure that they create demand among the community members, so that they can also get support from the community members to advocate and lobby to the decision makers and leaders at the global and local level in their regions as well. But apart from the 3 components, essential components of the project, we also had other achievements that have also been happening as a result of the TGGA implementing this project. One of it is our involvement in the culmination of formulation of the Tanzanian Food and Nutrition, Tanzania Food-Based Dietary Guidelines. So when we were at the infancy of the process of creating the activity pack in Tanzania, we came across a challenge whereby we had nowhere to touch in terms of the food guidelines, nationally recognized food guidelines. But thank God that later on in the process, we got an opportunity to be involved in the committee, special committee, which was administered by the government. And we really used that opportunity to make sure that the adolescent girls are not forgotten when it comes to putting together these guidelines. And thank God, the guidelines have not yet been finalized and approved, but we truly believe that there will be some of the key messages related to improving the adolescent girls' nutrition in there as well. So that was really a good opportunity for us. But another thing was indirect impact was TGGA membership increase. In some of the schools that GPN is being implemented, some of the head teachers reached out to other head teachers where the GPN was being implemented to request that how they can join this particular movement. But also in some of the schools, the girls who are not Girl Guides, when they were observing the Girl Guide doing these activities, and as you know that the activity, the nutrition GPN activity pack contain fun activities, participatory activities, so the activities that the girls enjoy, but at the same time learn. So when other girls who are not Girl Guide were observing their colleagues participating in those fun activities, they were very eager to also participate in those as well. So this was one of the achievements. So as a result, most of the girls wanted to join and most of the leaders wanted to join as well, but also capacity building and also increased visibility of the TGGA.
Sorry to interrupt, David. Can just a couple more minutes left. You nearly reached your time.
Oh, okay, sorry. So these are some of the case stories that I wanted to share, and these are just really some of them because of the time. This was one of the achievements whereby one of the Girl Guides initiated a school garden because they realized that they need more vegetables in their school meals. So, and as a result of her action, the school patron decided to offer more land to make this a mandatory thing within the school. And you can see from the quote, I'll read it as it is: when I first learned of the importance of vegetables at a Girl Guide nutrition session, I got inspired to start a small garden at my school. For myself and my friends, I was very happy when the school patron decided to offer more land for bigger gardens. But also we have another case story from Lindy Advocates Champions, who really facilitated the provision of school meals. On the right hand picture, this is Zulfa, who is Advocates Champion in Lindy region, and with them is government regional commissioner, who is the top government official in the region, and they have been able to do different meetings with government leaders to make sure that food is available. Food is available in Lindy schools, and as a result, the regional commissioner made it mandatory for all educational officers in the district of Lindy to make sure that they collaborate with parents, and so that the girls can get food in schools. This is one of the Instagram posts from one of the media saying that Lindy region is the first region in Tanzania to make school food feeding programs mandatory. These are the highlight of the challenges and also good practices as well. So time constraint from planning trainings to rollout, COVID-19 conflicting priorities, because most of the guiders, I would say almost all of the guiders are teachers. So they have to be teaching, but also take part in the GPN badge and the guiding in general, and also advocates champions, some of the advocates champions being students. So as a result, sometimes they are not able to participate in some of the event, or maybe make the progress that would really want, and also limited resources. Action, there was a lot of demand and appetite from the action hubs and advocates champions to do more and bigger events, but because of the limited resources, this is like that. And then in the good practices, we have the patrol system, which really helps in making sure that we support the guiders or leaders and also reaching the target, online challenge communication, designation of specific time within schools. So we made sure that the schools have dedicated time to for the guiding activities, including the GPN activities, and most of the time that they are using is club time, so that they don't interfere with the normal academic timetable of the schools. Involving communities in planning, this we found this as very important, making sure that the leaders in the respective communities are being involved from the need assessment, what needs to be addressed, activity planning, and also implementation and evaluation of these initiatives as well. And also girls' involvement, this has also been a very good practice. Girls have been involved from the design of the project, monitoring, and some of the girls have also been involved in the evaluations, internal evaluation of the project, and also external evaluation as well. So thank you so much for listening. We will share some other videos we have through link in the comment section, so that you can have a look at them at your own pace. Thank you so much on behalf of Tanzanian Girl Guides.
You're muted, Miguel.
Sorry. Thank you, Kaka David. And to keep with our tradition, we'll give Tanzanian team a special clap, and I call this the safari clap, okay? So we will imagine we are in a safari. So the first one, you do 2 claps, and you look to your right, and you say, ooh, because you saw an elephant, ooh, okay? And then turn to your left and say, ah, because you saw a hippopotamus. And then Another clap, you say yeah, okay? Because you saw a giraffe. Okay. Okay, people, participants Zoom and people watching YouTube, let's do the safari clap in 3, 2, 1, go. 1, 2, ooh. 1, 2, ah. 1, 2, yeah. Woo, okay. Thank you so much again, Tanzanian team. And we'll spend a few minutes again to have some comments, questions, and to help me with this again, let me call Sophie.
Thanks, Miguel. Thanks, David, for presenting that. As I think Zaruk's put in the chat already, lots to learn from you guys, and I totally agree. So we're going to have some time for reflections and comments. Again, if it's helpful, thinking about Rose highlights and successes that you saw that you particularly want to congratulate the team on. Bud, any new ideas you have heard that you think could be helpful for your MO or you want to learn more about? And then Thorn, any challenges in particular that you shared as well and wanted to share your experience with? For me, my reflections personally on this, so many roses. I think a few things I wanted to pull out myself were around the added benefits of the program and the support that it's had for TGJ in building your membership and strengthening your membership. I think that's really brilliant and great to hear, and that's something that we'd always hoped to happen with WAGGGS programs. And then also the girls' leadership, both in the actual model of having patrol system. I think that adds an extra aspect of girls leading in the delivery of the badge, and I think that's brilliant. But also the involvement of girls in the food guidelines in Tanzania, and how wonderful is that? It's brilliant. So well done for making those connections and for making that happen. So yeah, let's open the floor if anybody has any things that they'd like to share. Zaruk, you've raised your hand. Go ahead.
Thank you very much, Sophie, and congratulations, David and your team, Tanzania. I'm really impressed because it is not only the planned activities that you've been working on, but you have done a lot going out of the planned activities, and out of which I'm really impressed about your contribution and your involvement for the food dietary guidelines of Tanzania, which is very important for a country. And we already had the food dietary guidelines in Sri Lanka, especially our chief commissioner also has been involved. And now there is a process of reviewing the food guidelines in Sri Lanka. I think you have done a great job through GPN in contributing to the design and development of the food guidelines. I would like to listen from you and learn from your experience how you engage in this process, and what was your contribution as a CPM or Tanzania team with GPN. Thank you.
David, would you like to respond to that?
Sorry, Zaruk, if you can repeat the last bit. I didn't get that right.
Oh, sorry. I just wanted to know what is your role and responsibilities? How did you input your experience with GPN to the development of the food dietary guidelines? This is a national effort, and ours is a project with the organization. So this you must be proud of your linkages to this national effort, I think. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for that question, Zaruk. I think I must say that our effective participation in this FBDGs committee has been really attributable to the teamwork at TGGA project team nationally, but also the girls themselves, because I was part of the committee, and I got a chance to also share some of the opinions and demands of girls throughout the process. So the opinions of girls have been collected from the stage when we were doing the co-creation, and also in several other meetings as well, especially the focus group discussion meetings, which the guiders were doing with the girls. So all that together I was really used as a tool to present that to the FBDG committee. So I think my role was that to present those opinions of the girls, but also the good thing that really helped was to make sure that the girls get space to have their say, not only in the FBDGs, but also in other processes in the programs. Yeah.
Thanks, David. Any other questions or comments from any participants? Oh, Sirini, you're muted. Let me just unmute you. There we go. Go ahead.
Well done and congratulations, David. Your idea of involving more and more patrol leaders given us some kind of food for thought regarding our program as well. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Sirini. Kush, go ahead. Oh, yep.
David, congrats, David. Well done. And I wanted to talk about your club time in good practices. You spoke about club time, right? Would that mean school guiding? Guiding during school hours?
Yes, so that is that club time is normally recognized by the Ministry of Education in Tanzania, and it is within the timetable of the academic timetable within the school. And the government has dedicated that time specifically for extracurricular activities. So in some of the places it happens in the afternoon, in some of the schools it happens in the morning, and it is normally a 8-minute slot of time. So we don't interfere with the normal lessons of the students. So it's not in the Girl Guide timetable, but it's in the government timetable, and the Girl Guide in Tanzania is using that time to do the guiding activities, including the GPN batch. Yeah.
There's definitely some learning, I think, to be shared there, because I know that's something that came up in the Sri Lanka project review this weekend, was how you're looking to use the extracurricular time within the day in the school calendar to do guiding activities. So great opportunity to share there. Perhaps we can have just one more question or comment from the floor. Anybody? We've heard from the SLGGA team, so I'm going to ask if there's any other teams that wanted to share, because we've had a few questions from SLGGA already. Eleonora.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to congratulate the GGA team about all the successes, and I want to point about the community action when you say that girls have formed a community group where they'll take the lead. So I want to know more about as I know that in Tanzania it's a school-based organization. So this community action is linked with the school, or did they do something else outside the schools? But I think it's really a good point that the girls form as part of the program, this community where they take the lead in their community.
Yeah. Thank you for that, Elnoro. So one of the challenges, and I think this was also a feedback from some of the evaluation report, was that the project has not been able to reach particularly the out-of-school girls who are in most cases most marginalized. So we came up with this plan to make sure that we also reach out to out-of-school girls. So for this community engagement, is basically specifically for out-of-school girls and not in school. And the initial stages that we took to do that is to reach out to the community leaders. So in Tanzania, we have the street level, ward level, going above to the district, to the national, and to the regional and to the national. So down where the community members are normally being led by the person called street leader. And this street leader, normally they have monthly meetings to share the progress of the development within the street. So the guiders reached out to these leaders to make sure that, to tell them that we want to establish out of school girl-led community groups, and we want to use these groups to lead our activities for out of school girls. And they were supportive because they have connections to parents, and it's also good for credibility and validation as well. Rather than just going straight to the community to say that you want to establish group, you reach out to the leaders, and the leaders become part and parcel of the entire process of forming these groups and also shaping the activities that these groups will be leading in their communities.
Thank you.
And finally, I've just seen that Daniel's raised his hand. So Daniel, did you have something you wanted to share?
Yeah, Sophie, thank you. Hongera, David, and team for the great work that you have done. Mine is just an observation that I want to share. The GPN program for Tanzania, I think it's a great opportunity. And for TGGA, I think it's a great platform for really reaching adolescent girls in Tanzania. So I would encourage the TGGA to use GPN as an entry point really for strengthening that platform. There are a lot of opportunities out there, and I think it's high time that really you strengthen that platform. I hear you when you talked about GPN being involved in other activities. So that's an example of of creating opportunities out of the normal channel. So this is really a great time for TGGA to open up and strengthen that platform. Thank you.
Thanks very much, Daniel. And again, congratulations to TGGA, and thanks so much for sharing your accomplishments today and learnings. I think we need to move on to the Philippines, Miguel, right?
Thank you. Yep. But before we move on to the Philippines, I'm just going to read some comments from YouTube as well. So lots of congratulations to the Tanzanian team, and they really appreciate the national food guidelines, as what mentioned, as well as the gardening. And shout out to Heidi, our World Board Chair, who's also tuning in. And she said, Wiki ya elimu. I don't know if that's Swahili, but she said, go Tanzania. Okay. And now we're moving to our country team from the Philippines. So, Tita Rio.
Thanks, Miguel. Can you all hear me?
Yes, clearly.
I'm just going to be sharing my screen. Yeah, so if you can see our Girl Powered Nutrition, Girl Scouts of the Philippines presentation is actually a karaoke sing-along. So karaoke is a big thing in the Philippines. If you ask every Filipino in the world, they will say how much they love karaoke. So we thought it's a really great way to present what the Girl Powered Nutrition program has accomplished in the Philippines. So before that karaoke part, I'll be just presenting some of the things that we have accomplished in the past few years, as well as the success stories and the program learnings and challenges that we have experienced. So it all started with the national training in terms of the badge rollout. We had 2 national trainings, one for Luzon region in 2018, followed by Visayas and Mindanao regions in 2018 as well, a month later than that. The first Luzon region training was attended by Alice Kessel. She's our global curriculum writer as well as trainer. So she was one of the few people who started this program training in the Philippines. And then GSP actually has 6 regions. So the regional trainings happened in 7 different places. This was because the Southern Luzon region, which is the Tagalog and Bicol region, was split into 2. So this is to just contextualize and making sure that the training is adapted in each ethno-linguistic dialects. So yeah, so we had a separate training for the Tagalog and the Bicol region. And then right after the regional training, we had the council training. So this is the time when we train the troop leaders who will then roll the badge out to the girls. So in the Philippines, we had 89 out of 73 target council trainings. And then we were able to achieve 4,000 troop leaders out of the 3,000 that we have initially targeted. Yes, so this is the highlights of our GPN training. So at the very top, you will see the Luzon regional training, national training. So that's where Alice was standing with all the national trainers with her on the upper left. On the upper right is a session outside. So this is just showing how non-formal education is applied in the GPN training as well. And then if you go on the lower left and lower right is the national training for the Visayas and Mindanao regions. And then another important aspect of the program is the badge rollout. So in the Philippines, we were able to achieve 77,917 girls who have completed their badge work. And then 122,000 of their peers have been reached. So another thing to note about the peers that were reached, this is not limited to other Girl Scouts. So the girls also shared with their families, with their friends, as well as their local leaders. So later on, you will see some of the success stories that we have seen that the girls have done through their advocacies about nutrition in their own communities. Yes, and then this is the highlights for the badge rollout. So at the top bit is the Laguna Council badge rollout is awarding, and then on the lower bit is the Iloilo Council rollout. So these are the two councils that have initially rolled out the badge, and then you can see all the girls with their snack habit snack. So it's one of the things that we teach girls how to prepare healthy, delicious, and then a really cheap meal using the indigenous ingredients in their own communities and their own countries. And then at the very heart of the program is the co-creation team. So I'm not sure if everyone is familiar with the co-creation team, but I think some of you would, because some of you are my colleagues, and co-creation team is very well spoken about in this program. So the GPN co-creation team in Girl Scouts of the Philippines is composed of 12 Girl Scouts, some troop leaders, staff, and young adult volunteers. So they were extensively involved in the program. So they were involved in decision making, like what is the name of the program, what is the design, also testing the activities for the badge. So they were there to ensure that the program is girl-led and girl-centered. So these are our highlights. On your left would be the field visit photo of the co-creation team. This is when the time they visited a village farm university in Bulacan, 2 hours from Manila, the capital of the Philippines. So they went to this village farm university where they learned about sustainable agriculture and the role of women in food security. And on the right, you would see the co-creation team evaluating some of the community action fund applications. So they were also involved in this component of the program as well as the badge. Right. So I'm gonna share with you the karaoke part, the sing along. So this was prepared by and sung by one of our co-creation team members. So Cadet Girl Scout Vernaline Galang from Mandaluyong Council has sang this really good piece of karaoke. Please feel free to sing along. You can unmute your mic and yeah. And then also the music was prepared by our Cadet Girl Scout Cyrene Don Montano from Visayas region as well. I'll just share with you. much, Verna, as well. Just a shout out, she's watching a YouTube live, so she did really well in oh, okay. Oh, I just saw the comments. Yeah, so she did really well in singing that song. I'll be happy to share with you the guys the video. Okay. That is not the end actually. Great. So that's just the part where for the badge. I just wanted to discuss as well another component of the program, which is the advocacy campaign. So it's one of the successful components of Girl Powered Nutrition program implementation in the Philippines. So for the national campaign, the campaign goal was to decrease the prevalence of obesity and promote the, and promote healthier eating habits amongst Filipino adults and girls. So this campaign goal was actually formulated during the National Advocacy Campaign Workshop in 2018, which was headed by Miriam Schindler, our previous Global Advocacy Campaign Manager. And then yeah, so the girls came up with a goal which they believe is a pressing issue that they are very passionate about in the Philippines. Yeah, in July 24, 2018, the National Advocacy Campaign Workshop was conducted, as I said. And then the next year following that, the Girl Powered Nutrition Badge and Advocacy Campaign was launched. And this was attended by Joel Spicer, Stephen Weaver from the Canadian Embassy, and people from Plan International, ADRA Philippines, the Department of Health, people from the academe, and other local leaders attended this event as well. So the highlights of the campaign, the event I was talking about was the one on your upper left side. You can see Kathleen Vivas talking about her campaign. And then on your lower left as well, Darlene Buenaflor, she's a regional advocacy, she's a advocacy champion of the Davao Oriental Council. And then she was talking to a local leader who provided her a funding for a training that was meant to promote nutrition in girls, and then to improve the accuracy of weighing scales in their community. And then you can see the girls wearing the fruits. They were a big part of the badge launch. So they introduced the different stages of Girl Powered Nutrition Badge during the campaign event. Yeah. And then another success story in the field is actually the Northern Luzon Advocacy Champions. So this was headed by Francine Prades and then Melody Estrada. So they conducted a poster making contest in Pangasinan Council, and then the posters were used to reinforce the Department of Education order, which bans the selling of unhealthy food in the schools. So the girl you can see on the right is the one who drew the winning poster, which was printed and provided to all the public schools in Pangasinan Council. And then advocacy campaign did not stop at the local, the national, and it also went all the way to the global level. So you can see on your left is Angelica Biñas. She's our representative at the Women Deliver in Vancouver, Canada. So in Women Deliver, she shared about the Girl Powered Nutrition poster. So she was able to share what the program results were, what we're doing at the moment, and she's able to talk to a lot of people in different sectors in all over the world. And then on our right is Jade Delgado. She's the Sun Network Youth Leader for Nutrition. So she traveled in 2018 to Washington, D.C. For the Sun Network gathering of the Youth Leaders for Nutrition. In July 2018, in November 2018, she went to Bangkok and attended the Accelerating the End of Hunger and Malnutrition. It's an event by IFPRI and FAO. And then finally in 2019, she went to the Nepal Sun Global Gathering. So that's our advocacy campaign, and also our action hubs. We have 2 action hubs in the Philippines. So these are the Baguio Council from the Northern Luzon region, and then Laguna Council from Southern Luzon region. So the launching, this is the Baguio Action Hub. So the launching was held right before they went into lockdown. So this was held in February 22. So the Baguio Action Hub objectives is to increase the access to healthy food by teaching community members in selected barangays of Baguio City to do backyard gardening and composting. And then they also will increase the knowledge and improve attitudes of the community members by teaching them about nutrition in some of the sessions during the community launch. And then these are the photos for the Laguna Action Hub. On your left is the gathering of all the stakeholders for the Laguna Action community. And then on the right are the seeds. So they were able to secure seeds from the Department of Agriculture, Bureau of Plant Industry. So the Bureau provided them with free seeds, which they can plant. And then the council, the Action Hub will be planting all these seeds and then setting up a Girl Powered Nutrition rolling store in their community. So they will be selling vegetables and fruits and their produce at a lower price. Yeah, so finally, the good practices from GPN, what we've learned from the program so far. So the first one is really the co-creation team at the center of the program, as well as the advocacy champions. So being the girls at the center of everything made it a lot easier because we know who our audience is, what entices them, and what are they passionate about. And then the second one, applying good nutrition principles in our own organization. So in GSP, I think Miss Jeannie and Ning Ning can speak as well later about how they have applied nutrition principles in their own organization. So and GSP, they stopped serving fizzy drinks in their meetings, as well as in national camps. They modified the menu for national camps to make it more nutritious, to be in line with what Girl Powered Nutrition is all about. And then the key challenges that we've experienced is mainly the availability of troop leaders for trainings and other GPN activities. So this is mainly getting the permits from the Department of Education. And then as well as the second one, which is typhoons, election hotspots, and other disasters. So if you would remember earlier this year, there was news about volcanoes exploding nearby. So a few of our events were canceled by that. And then typhoons coming in, and then in our Western Mindanao region, a few of the activities were suspended due to threats of violence in some of the election hotspots in the region. And then finally, another good practice from GPN, strong involvement of advocacy champions. And then the second one is complementing existing local programs in the community. So I'll give you a concrete example. So this is the girls during the COVID lockdown when they relaxed the restrictions. So this is the Baguio Council action hub, and then they were harvesting the fruits and the vegetables that they planted, and they were able to donate some of these produce to the barangay, so the local community leaders, and then they were able to give this to those who were patrolling the borders in their village. So they were complementing what was already existing in their area, and then they were able to feed those volunteers who are ensuring the safety of everyone with the nutritious produce from their garden. So yeah, that is all. Maraming salamat po for listening, and yeah, thank you.
OMG, thank you so much, Tita Rio and the Philippines team. And can I just say, that people in YouTube went bananas. They went crazy with the karaoke song, and even myself. Titanic is my favorite movie, so I really, really enjoyed that. And I love karaoke as a Filipino. So yeah, I think that the clap I prepared for you is very underwhelming, but okay, let's do a clap to the Philippines team. And it's called the Mabuhay clap. Okay, so Mabuhay clap goes like 5 claps clockwise, and then 5 claps counterclockwise, and then you do this action Mabuhay. Okay. Okay, so in 3, 2, 1, let's give the Philippine team a Mabuhay clap. 3, 2, 1, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Mabuhay. Thank you. Okay, and to lead us into some comments, questions, I will ask Hannah to lead us on this one, please.
Hi everyone, how do I follow that? What a song, what a song. That was absolutely exceptional. I was singing along, it was great. So thank you very much from the Philippines team. I wouldn't expect anything less from you. That was excellent. So let's reflect back to my previous activity, which was the head, the heart and the bag. So if you've got any questions for the Philippines team around things that you might have learned, things that you have treasured or that you loved, or things that you want to take away and think about for the future. And I think just to start us off, one of the things that was a lovely reflection in my heart for me was seeing the girls at the advocacy event way back last year in July, because I think that was just after I first started at WAGGGS and I joined the team, and you know, it was really good to be working on such a influential and brilliant project. Was one of my first tasks, so that's a reflection from me. And I wanted to ask about obviously you've had a team of 12 advocacy champions, but in what ways have you mobilized many more girls to engage in advocacy projects? So if somebody wants to answer that from the Philippines team.
I think I can answer that. Yeah, we mobilize advocacy champions in other ways by creating regional advocacy champions team. So the 12 girls who were selected as advocacy champions had their own team. So they actually are leaders of their own. So each team had a plan, they implemented it, and then they had a team to help them implement it, because they, like everyone knows, it's gonna be a big task, a big challenge for everyone. So yeah, so they had a team, and then the team also had a team within a team. So yeah, it kind of snowballed like that. And then the girls, one thing about the Girl Powered Nutrition advocacy champions in the Philippines is they're very active. They're very active online, they're very active physically. So like in terms of commitment, it has not been a problem for us. So it's quite easy to mobilize them and then to ask them, oh, okay, where are you at? What help do you need? And they're very open, they're very empowered women and girls, and they know what they want, and they know how actually to get it. And yeah.
Fantastic, that's great. And it's been wonderful to see how many girls have got involved through July Nutrition Month as well. So would anybody have any questions or any thoughts from your head, your heart or your bag? David?
Yeah. From me, I just wanted to say, I think this is related to the backpack or inspiration, maybe both. But just when I was working at some point with the Philippines team in the preparation of the national advocacy event for Tanzania, which has not happened because of the COVID, but we are going to have a regional event anyway. I think it was really good to learn from the Philippines how they were able to involve different partners. I think the presence of the NI president was really, really significant and inspiring, but also most importantly, how they were able to make the decision makers who were part of their national event commit to taking actions after that. So I think that was really something that inspired us, and we really aimed to do it in our part as well. But another thing is really GSP ability to make video and photo as well. So you are like the star in the GPN countries.
I just want to comment on what you said. Thanks, David. About us securing local leaders to commit. I think NI also has a big part. NI Philippines also helped us and connected us with those leaders as well as those are in government. So Angie can speak later if she wants to, of how they connected us with the Department of Health, nutrition program manager, who we always invite to our events, and then she's aware that these are happening, these things are going on. So yeah, I think it's a good way to utilize our partnership with NI at the country level.
Excellent. Thanks, David. Thanks, Rio. Does anybody else have any questions or any reflections as well on the Philippines presentation? Eleonora, you have unmuted.
Yeah, just reflections. With this program, we are talking about education. And as I said to the team, I have a good care about when I am hearing not only the Philippines, but I think all of MO talking about home gardening, school gardening, and community gardening. Because when we talk, it's practical education, in my opinion, because when the girls are starting to think about planting their own garden at home, so their family, at school, they pay pure education, and starting to be involved in the community through the community gardening. So I think our target is there, because food, education, and gathering people around this. So yeah, congratulations, and that is practical, that is guiding, yeah.
Great, and Sophie?
Yeah, just a reflection from me in terms of what you were saying about how GSP have incorporated the guidelines of GPN into their own camps and the food provided, and no more fizzy drinks. And I think that's, I know when we had our global training, I know that Sangam really thought a lot about what the food that they were providing us, and making sure that we were doing that within the GPN guidelines. And I think that's something that we can definitely do more of and share more of with our other world centres, and be making sure that we're spreading the message there. So thanks for the inspiration in relation to actual change within your organisation as well.
Very inspiring indeed. Do we have any further questions or reflections for the Philippines team? And anybody on YouTube, if you'd like to give any questions or reflections, then please just put them in the chat box. Kush. I think you're on mute.
I just want to carry this in my bag to say how important the co-creation girls are and the advocacy champions. So something that I will carry back to my association and to GPN in my association. Thank you, Rio and Team Philippines.
Thank you, Team Philippines. Well, if that's all the questions that we have, I think it's back over to Miguel. Thank you, everyone.
Just want to comment that behind Hannah are actually the posters from the Philippines poster making contest. You can see we printed them out. Thanks to Miriam, by the way. And yeah, they're displayed there. That's behind my desk. I miss my desk. And yes, and Helinuro mentioned about home gardens. If you want to know more about it, Madagascar is the champion of home gardens. They have lots of home gardens because of the program. So yep. And thank you, everyone. Thank you to all countries who have shared their presentations and accomplishments to one another. And we'll definitely, please try to remember all these good practices and challenges, because tomorrow we will have a closed session workshop where we discuss more about this. But just to wrap up the discussion, I'm going to present an infographics just to show what's the overall accomplishment that we have done as GPN in totality. Okay, So, as you know, that this program, GPN, is a pilot program and it will end in August. But so I'm going to present to you what we have accomplished in these pilot programs. And the data presented here is based on as of July 2020. So there are three main components or three main objectives or outcomes of the program. The first one is about educational learning, particularly targeting the girls. And here you've heard a different interventions we did, like the activity pack, the leaders training, and the batch rollout. And from the program, we have engaged 76 girls and leaders from these 4 countries who have co-created the activity pack, which is actually available in 6 languages from the countries that have participated in GPN. And using this, we have trained a total of 6,316 leaders to do GPN. And these leaders have reached a total, as of now, as of July, 102,449 Girl Guides and Girl Scouts who have completed the badge. And that's a lot, despite all the challenges that were mentioned, including our very favorite COVID. But yeah, despite that, we have reached 102,000. And then the second objectives of the program is for us to reach the community members or the people around the girls by doing actions. And we did this through the different individual actions that the girls are required to get the badge, the Action Fund, which are special projects that are delivered by the Girl Guides and Girl Scouts, and Action Hub, which is actually a group of people in selected areas to do community actions. And through these take actions, we have reached a total of 172,000 friends, family members, community members who have received GPN messages that were shared by the Girl Guides and Girl Scouts. And then, as I've said, there were 11 community nutrition projects proposed and delivered by the Girl Scouts, and also the action hubs. There were 8 action hubs that were set up in the 4 pilot countries. And these projects, community projects, have reached an additional 2,000 community members through these activities. And you've seen in the presentations that that's the reason why there were males also that were targeted. There were school teachers that were included in the reach because of these community projects. And not only that, the third component is about speaking out, where we had national campaign, and of course, at the global level as well, some global advocacy. And through the program, we have actually trained 50 advocacy champions who are actually Girl Guides and Girl Scouts to do advocacy, to conduct a girl-led national and local campaigns in their country. And you've seen the 2 advocacy champions at the start of the meeting, Angelica and Marie, and you see how passionate and empowered these advocacy champions are. And out of these girls advocacy champions, 27 have attended and spoke at different national events on nutrition and gender and the youth program. And at the global level, 15 advocacy champions have represented WAGGGS to speak at different nutrition events and gender events like Women Deliver, Commission on the Status of Women, the Sun, which is Scaling Up Nutrition Gathering, as what we've seen earlier as well in the presentations. And also at the global level, we've done, I think, around 5 social media campaigns, online media campaigns at special events throughout the year, like World Health Day, World Food Day, International Day of the Girl. And we have accomplished almost 21,000 engagements through these social media campaigns. Like they make comments, they engaged, they liked, they shared, and retweeted all our posts. And I guess that summarized all our accomplishments. And these are really, 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 I think, good accomplishments, and we should all be proud of one another. Yay. Okay, I'm going to share the infographics link later so everyone can access to it. And just to give ourselves a last clap for our wonderful accomplishments, I have prepared one last clap, and it's called the fireworks clap, which probably some of you know. So the fireworks clap works like this. You clap 1, 2, 3. Shh. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Shh. And then 1, 2, 3. Shh, shh, shh. Woo! Okay. So everyone, let's do the fireworks clap to congratulate everyone who have done these massive accomplishments. Okay, in 3, 2, 1, go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Woo! Yay! Thank you, everyone. And as for our last reflection, before we end the day, we will do a reflection which is called the Fruit Mood Reflection. And based on what we have heard from the accomplishments from Madagascar, Sri Lanka, Tanzania, and the Philippines, share us or describe what you are feeling by drawing a fruit that represents your mood at the moment. And it can be any fruit, okay? It can be, if you feel sour, maybe you put a green mango. If you feel very happy, you may put like berries, I don't know. If you're annoyed because of the accomplishments, you might draw an orange and stuff like that, okay? You can come up with your own fruit. We can draw a local fruit. And I'm just gonna share the link to the YouTube participants and to the participants in Zoom as well. And I'm gonna give you just like 5 minutes maybe to draw your fruit. No, Zaruk, worry. Okay, so everyone please access the link that I shared. And you should be going to this. Okay, so again, to draw, just press P and you can start drawing. And I will select some creative drawings to share why did I draw that. Okay, again, just to draw, just press P and you will start drawing. Okay. And it doesn't have to be perfect drawing, okay, everyone? Okay, I can see now 11 people in the flip chart. And again, based on what you have heard throughout this, like, we're almost now 4-hour event, like, what are you feeling overall? Draw your fruit mood. Okay, I can see some really creative drawings here. Some grapes, strawberries. I can see some mangoes. Okay, I hope people in YouTube can also join and draw their fruit moods, because we would also like to hear from you. Like, what's your overall reflection on today's event? Okay, you can also draw below, so it's not overcrowded at the top. Wow, really lovely cherry there. Okay, I'll give you a few more minutes, maybe 2-3 more minutes. Like, people are joining, increasing. Okay, let's just wait for them. And again, please, you can use the the bottom part of the flip chart as well. So there's you can draw big fruit. And for those like watching in YouTube, after you draw, maybe you can also explain why you draw the fruit in the YouTube chat box, so we would know what's the idea behind that. Okay, someone is annotating in the screen. I'm gonna delete that. Okay, please don't annotate in the screen, otherwise it will be shown in the screen. Okay, more and more drawings coming in. Thank you so much, everyone. We will present this to the advocacy champions in the Philippines who run the poster making, and we will see if we will win an award based on our odds. Okay, I think whilst waiting for maybe the YouTube viewers to draw their fruit, I would like to ask maybe one representative from each team to share their fruit mood. Okay, from Madagascar, maybe I can ask representatives. Oh no, they're gone. Okay. Yeah, maybe I could ask Buju instead. What's your fruit mood, Buju, and why?
Yes, mine is the mango.
This
Mango
one.
in the where? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, mango because I'm happy to see all the achievements of the 4 countries, and even if there were many challenges, we can see that we have achieved so much things, and yeah, we can enjoy the mango now. But there are still things to do after August, yeah, to reach the goal. But let's enjoy the mango.
Yes, and it's a ripe yellow mango, which is my favorite. Thank you, Roger. And now for Sri Lankan team, maybe Zaruk, I could ask you to share your fruit mood. Oops, someone's drawing a flip chart. Post-it note. Zaruk?
Sorry, Miguel, I couldn't do that.
No worries. Just like tell us what you feel and what would be your.
I tried, but yes, mine is like banana. Love it and sweet, and I cherish with all the learnings today. I'm really happy that all the presentations were very useful and a very good learning experience. A lot of things to learn from my colleagues from other countries. Definitely, we'll have to further discuss individually and in a group, and so that we can apply whatever they are practicing in their countries. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Zaruk. And from Tanzanian team, I would like to ask Rehema to share her fruit mood.
And we are happy to see the accomplishment of the countries, the GPN project. It could make everything. It makes changes for girls, changes for MOs. So I see something good.
Okay, thank you, Rehema. And then from Philippines, Miss Jeannie, what's your fruit mood?
Hello, mine is banana. Can you see the banana at
This one.
Oh, why is it not here? There.
At the top?
Yes. Below the watermelon.
Ah, this one. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, beautiful.
I am happy and contented after listening with all the 4 MOs reports.
Okay, and that's why we are happy bananas and go bananas. Thank you, Miss Jeannie. And joining us from the call as well is Sabrina. I will ask Sabrina, did you draw fruit mood? If not, then just tell us what your fruit mood is from Nutrition International.
I did not draw fruit because my drawing skills are not that good. These are very good. I think my fruit mood would be a motivated blueberry.
Ooh.
Yeah. because there's lots of tiny, small components of these programs that have been so successful and so motivated to learn more about the best practices and about how we can sustain all of these activities.
Cool. Thank you, Sabrina. And lastly, I would like to ask Sophie about her fruit mood.
I kind of cheated because I drew the fruit bowl with
This
a
one.
variety with a variety of fruits.
Yep.
Yeah, that one. Yeah. That's my bowl, Miguel. Careful, don't move it. And I think this was because there was such a variety of like both accomplishments, but also some prickly things that were challenges. So I've got my pineapple there on the top, which is like the challenging prickly bits and the learnings. And I think for me, I'm feeling like we've heard both positives, challenges, and such variety and color. That was how I was feeling, and why I couldn't choose one single fruit. I needed to have a whole collection.
Okay, thank you so much, Sophie. And yes, okay. And as I've said, for me as well, just to share as well what I'm feeling, it's a fruit salad as well, similar to Sophie, because it's a wonderful combination of different emotions of all our accomplishments, mainly the sweet ones, sweet fruits in my fruit salad. And yes, so I just want to again congratulate everyone for your wonderful accomplishments despite all the adversaries and the challenges that everyone has faced. You didn't give up. We didn't give up, and now we're reaping off, harvesting all the seeds that we have sowed throughout this past 1 to 2 years. So thank you, everyone. And I guess that concludes our event for the day. For our YouTube participants, we will have another live stream happening on Thursday for you to hear the sustainability plans of your MOs after August, or like what are the things that are going to happen with GPN after August. And for the participants in Zoom, I'll see you again tomorrow for a more deep dive discussions of the things that we have just saw now. This is just like the snippet or like the starter, but tomorrow we'll deep dive into many things. So thank you again for everyone's participation, and have a good lunch, dinner, and to everyone, and breakfast for Sabrina. So thank you, everyone, and see you tomorrow.
Thanks, everybody. Thanks, Miguel.
Thanks, Miguel. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye. See you.
So whilst closing, I'm gonna play the GSP karaoke song. Thank you again, everyone.
Stronger, stronger.